In a sun-drenched forest, where wildflowers danced in the breeze, a narrow dirt path became the stage for a daily spectacle. The animals would gather, not for a meeting, but to listen to the hare. He was a creature of incredible speed, and he never let anyone forget it. He'd leap from rock to rock, his laughter echoing through the trees, boasting about his unmatched swiftness. "No one can beat me," he'd declare, his chest puffed out with pride. He pointed a long ear in her direction and teased, "Look at the tortoise. She moves like a migrating stone. Hey, slowpoke, by the time you reach that big pine tree over there, the sun will have already gone to bed for the night." A few animals chuckled, but the tortoise didn't get angry. She simply lifted her head, her ancient eyes meeting the hare's, and replied in a voice as steady as the earth beneath them. "If you are truly as fast as you say, then prove Italiano. I challenge you to a race. Race me to the old oak tree by the river." A sudden hush fell over the forest clearing. A race between the lightning-fast hare and the slow-moving tortoise. It sounded absurd, preposterous, but a challenge had been made, and the forest creatures were buzzing with curiosity. They all wanted to see what would happen. The fox, known for his love of rules and order, stepped forward. "I shall be the judge," he announced, his voice carrying authority. He used his paw to draw a starting line in the dust. Then, he trotted over to the riverbank and placed a single, vibrant red leaf under the great oak to mark the finish line. He laid out the course for everyone to hear. "You will follow this path, go all the way around the stone hill, and then follow the line of reeds straight to the oak. There will be no shortcuts." The hare just winked, a smirk playing on his lips. "Easy peasy," he said with a shrug. The tortoise simply gave a single, determined nod. "Agreed. Ready? Set. Go!" cried the fox. And just like that, the hare was gone. He shot forward like an arrow released from a bow, kicking up a cloud of dust and dry leaves. In the blink of an eye, he was already approaching the distant stone hill. He glanced back over his shoulder, expecting to see nothing. Far, far behind, he could just make out a tiny, slow-moving shape. It was the tortoise, taking one careful, deliberate step after another. Step, step, step. She never stopped, never even looked up. The hare's grin widened into a full-blown laugh. "This isn't a race," he thought to himself. "This is a victory lap." He sprinted around the far side of the hill, then slowed to a casual trot, and finally to a lazy, ambling walk. The sun was warm on his fur, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of clover. He noticed a sunny patch of grass under a large bush that looked as inviting as a soft, warm blanket. "I have all the time in the world," he said out loud, just loud enough for the nearby sparrows to hear. "I think I'll just rest here for a little minute. Then I'll finish the race whenever I feel like it." He stretched out his long legs, gave a massive yawn, and within moments, he had drifted off into a deep sleep. A curiosity landed on his twitching ear, but he didn't stir. A fluffy white cloud passed in front of the sun, casting a brief shadow over him, but he didn't notice. In his dream, he was already at the finish line, the entire forest cheering his name as a golden ribbon was placed around his neck. Meanwhile, back on the path, the tortoise just kept moving. She couldn't run, of course, but she walked with an unwavering consistency. Little pebbles on the path pressed into the soles of her feet. Gnarled tree roots made her lift her short legs higher than she was used to. At one point, a fallen twig got caught under her shell, trying to pull her off course, but she calmly corrected her direction and just kept going. The squirrel, watching from a branch above, whispered to a friend, "Wow, look at her, she's still going." The deer, grazing nearby, murmured in admiration, slow but incredibly sure. The tortoise heard none of it. Her mind was completely focused on a single, clear image. That bright red leaf waiting for her at the river. She repeated a simple mantra to herself. One step is small, but many steps together can cover any distance. She finally reached the stone hill. She made her way around it, her breathing slow and rhythmic, never breaking her pace. Step, step, step. The gentle sound of the river grew louder and louder, a welcoming song letting her know she was getting closer. The finish line was now nearer than the starting line had been. When the hare finally woke up, he blinked a few times, a little disoriented. The light had changed. The sun was lower in the sky. He shook the sleep from his ears and smiled, his confidence immediately returning. "All right, time to go win this thing," he said to himself. He exploded into a full-blown sprint, his powerful legs eating up the ground. The wind rushed past his face, and his heart pounded in his chest, not from fear but from the sheer thrill of his own speed and impending victory. He rounded the last corner, fully expecting to see the tortoise somewhere far, far behind him. But when he looked ahead, he froze. His heart dropped. There, near the ancient oak tree, was the tortoise. She was just inches away from the red leaf. All the other animals were already gathered, their eyes wide with disbelief and excitement. The hare's pride shattered in an instant. He pushed himself harder, his legs flying, a desperate blur of motion, but it was too little, too late. The distance was just too short. Asiclo said, and the tortoise took her final, steady steps and placed her foot squarely on the red leaf. "Finished," the fox announced triumphantly. The clearing erupted in cheers. The forest celebrated the impossible victory. The tortoise, tired but immensely proud, allowed herself a small, gentle smile. A moment later, the hare skidded to a halt beside her, out of breath, stunned, and utterly silent. "But I was faster," he whispered, his voice filled with confusion. "Yes," the tortoise replied, her voice kind and gentle. "You were, but you squandered your speed." She looked at him, not with judgment, but with wisdom, and added, "Being fast is a wonderful gift, but being steady is truly powerful." From that day forward, the hare boasted a lot less and practiced a lot more, and the entire forest never forgot the lesson they learned that day, especially when a task seemed long or difficult. Talent can give you a strong start, but it's steady, consistent effort that will always carry you to the finish line. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more stories.